Good afternoon. I am Rich Nass, Executive Vice President with Open Systems Media. I am here with Joseph Praveen, and he is a Business Development Manager for iBase. And we are going to be talking about AIoT, Artificial Intelligence of Things. Hello, Joseph. How are you?
Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm all right. Things are good in here. Uh, Thanks for inviting me for your video presentation. It's good to be here and give some idea about what's going on around the place and also see how the technology has been improving day by day.
Absolutely. Now, artificial intelligence of things is a relatively new term. What does it mean exactly?
Well, what we're trying to do is we're getting into more like machine learning. So that makes it less human interference into the system, which means the system takes over when it needed to. So at this stage, let's say the COVID is still prevailing in many regions, uh, where we can utilize this AI function to try and minimize as much as possible with the human uh, connections or human touch things. So from here on, we see how the entire embedded system put in together with the AI platform can give a solution to this places where there's a public comes in quite a lot of people, and we use that as a solution to avoid all the unnecessary social distancing to get into there.
Now, are we talking about passive systems where the system does some learning and tells the human what to do? Or are we talking about active systems where the system actually takes an action based on these calculations?
Can be on two ways. That's correct. You're right. So one can be an active part, and the other one, it takes its time to learn. So we have to educate it in the beginning, but over the time period, it starts to learn and understands how things has to be. Example for behavioral identification. So we have to feed some information in the early stages. So on the later stage, it tries and understands, okay, this is how it is going to be with the machine learning. So this is can be two variations, and we have solutions on two different aspects. Okay, now I have a presentation that I would like to get into more detail and give you an idea what is coming in. Now we're going to see how the AI solution is going to power the new normal with AI OT revolutions. Right, to start with, I'll just give a minute introduction about iBase. So iBase as a company is based in Taiwan, and all our products are manufactured in Taiwan, so which gives a good quality products, and we make sure that we meet all the standards of qualifications, certifications, and everything. And our R&D based and manufacturing plant and headquarters, everything is present in Taiwan. So that's a quick thing about iBase. And we specialize in design and manufacturing of robust industrial PC. Okay. So I'm going to talk for a few minutes how this COVID-19 pandemic has reshapes the industry trends. The world we know isn't the same anymore. There has been a lot of restrictions, and we have gone through quite a difficult times, and still in many regions we are going through it. And so now the government and other private sectors are trying to enforce uh, social distancing, trying to see, they try to check the body temperatures everywhere and make sure that everyone's wearing a face mask, and also avoid interacting or, touching things. So what are the regions that we can focus to see how we can help the world and to get along with this COVID-19 and move on, try to get into a good situation. The first one will be of a self-service. So this is where we can focus. There could be solutions that we cater, try and avoid minimum contact with each other, especially in the restaurants and in the service industry. And then second one is going to be contactless, and then we're going to go for cashless, and then there's going to be touch and gesture recognition. So basically we're going to focus on these areas of thing and try and provide a solution. So that will be more opportunities that's also coming along. And I think everyone's really pumped up with the 5G thing. So now this 5G is coming, and 5G, what is happening is with 5G and AIoT, the expecting strong growth in the new normal world. How does it work? Right. Let's say 5G is going to be helping out in the fast data transmission, first thing. And there's not going to be any interruption of data transmission. So when you're using the AI solutions, and we are going to go with the big data and everything. So with AI, OT, and edge computing, uh, we're gonna have a greater communication that is more be reliable communication between machine and automation production. And also AI OT applications such as facial recognition, behavioral identification functions. Uh, I think we'll get into more on the implementing of data analysis, which is going to be big data. So we definitely need a faster communication and not having any latency. So getting down or narrowing down the application that we can focus, right? Let's start with facial recognition, behavioral identification, gesture recognition, deep learning, machine vision, real-time data analysis. So we can, looking at these applications, there are various vertical places that we can try and implement, starting with industrial automation. We can also work it out in medical, education, intelligent transportation, retail segment. Also, this could help a smart agriculture, trying to get the maximum yield out of it. And so what are the solutions iBase can offer? So first one, we're going to see how intelligent face mask and body temperature detection system happens. This is very crucial, where we come across in many public areas where there's gatherings happening, or in the shopping malls, or in various places. So this is going to be a key factor from moving on to the coming years. And also, we're going to have a education platform. So many schools that they are still yet to open in many regions, and this could be one platform where we try and minimize the contacts, and also the AI education going to help and improvise more quality education system. And third one is going to be occupancy monitoring signage. And all about this, I'm going to talk more in detail in coming slides. I'll just give a heads up before going forward onto that. The fourth one is going to be self-service electric vehicle charging point signage. The fifth one is going to be touchless self-service kiosk with gesture recognition. And the last one going to be food and meal delivery robot. So all these solutions, how iBase can help the world to try and get over on these obstacles we come across daily. Right, so I will start with the intelligent face mask and the body temperature detection system. This is a 21.5-inch IPS LCD module panel PC. And this is basically an industrial grade. So it's going to come with IP65, which is more of the waterproof protection for the front panel. And this also come along with a thermal camera. That's a very high grade thermal camera that's used for the medical purposes. And this technology we've been working on with Intel for quite some time to get the maximum what do you call this real-time access. And so we're going to use OpenVINO. That's a Intel software that we use for accurate detection of temperature, and also a number of people that is coming across, also people who are wearing a mask and so forth. So where are the purposes? What are the purposes? Where are the areas we can cover? It could be retail stores, can be in the hospitals at the entrance, schools, stations, any public gatherings, as I said earlier. So what is special about this product compared to lot in the market is this can detect up to 20 people at the same time, not just 1, 2, and 3. So usually if you go across to many retail stores, you can see like, there's going to be a one by one, they're going to queue and they're going to send you across. But here in this case, it's going to be about 20 people, they can just come in, but still the accuracy is going to be about 98% we can match. And the temperature detection is going to be very crucial. And also, if people are not wearing a mask, there is going to be a alarm going in, like take a photo, and then it can pop up like, hey, the person is not wearing a mask, and so forth. And one more benefit of this is it's on the real-time access. So let's say if you're carrying a hot coffee or a hot drink, and the temperature does not influence or overcome along with your body temperature. So your body temperature is still detected as it is, and that does not influence the temperature that you're carrying across with the hot water or hot coffee. So this is something is very unique. So you're going to have the maximum benefit out of it when you're going to put it across in the retail stores. And many might question uh, the facial recognition feature has not been used for the concern of the privacy regulation, because many regions has their own way of regulation. So I think this is kind of an important feature that people be worried about. So we respect the privacy of each and everyone. So we don't uh, get into the feature. Okay. Right. This next one is quite interesting feature solution. AI education platform. So what we did is we try to work with again Intel, and then we try to club with the AI deep learning solution, which is going to be quite handy in coming to the educational institutes. Okay, so we're going to have a few students in the class, let's say, and then we're going to use the latest Intel technology of CPU, 9th and 10th generation processor, along with the OpenVNet. So this comprehensive AI deep learning solution is probably designed for all the education providers. So optimizing teaching quality to the classroom and interaction analysis. Right. So this is powered with Intel, as I said, and they're going to have edge computing, where it can have 98% of facial recognition, and accuracy is almost 1-to-1 percentage, 1:1 ratio. And there can be, let's say, a biometric identification, like a face emotional identification, and then behavioral identification. Let's say that you can see in the picture that Amy is raising a hand, and then you're going to see that that's a behavioral identification. So that will pop up on the screen that Amy has a question to the teacher. So that's going to be more on the interaction way that AI education, the platform is going to help on. I think we will have a short glimpse of a video that will give more idea in depth on how this is going to work and how are the features that can be enabled during the session. So I think you have seen a glimpse of the video that gives you some more idea how things are with this AI education platform. Uh, Again, there is a question on the privacy. So we make sure that the face recognition feature can be disabled or removed entirely when used in certain countries or schools where privacy regulation is a concern. So we have that kind of an option for you to disable or engage or remove the total of it. So on the upcoming days, this can be a very important feature solution that can be used in all the education platforms. And moving on, we have this occupancy monitoring signage. Uh, this is quite a unique idea that our worked with. Uh, so we have a digital signage media player, and with the help of a solution, we're going to see uh, restricting people to number of limitations. Example, let's say to the restaurant, uh, following the social distancing, we have to make sure that, example, let's say there should be 100 occupancies. Sorry, I'll just have a water. Is it all right? Yeah, there's going to be 100 occupancy, and we have to limit it to 50% of the occupancy because of the social distancing. So this smart signage device, what it's going to do is it's going to monitor people to say, hey, the limit is 50%, 50 people, and that's the limit. So we have to wait for some time. Plus, this also will have a advertisement going on. Like you can have promotions, you can see ads going in, you can also have news, any kind of entertainment that can go in other screen. So this comes with the 8th generation Intel Core platform, and also it has a 2 outputs. So we can have a HDMI output and also DP. So one connections can go for uh, restricting the people, and then other one can go for advertisements and also many things that you want to work this out. Excuse. So this is based on with the help of the camera and the AI-based video analytical tool. This solution can be established. And this next one going to be a self-service electric vehicle charging point signage. Right, I think there's going to be lots of electrical vehicles going on at the moment also. And this is more be like a safe way to travel, as motorists can top up their cars contact free. So you don't have to go to the fuel gas station where you have to meet people and so forth. This is to try and avoid as much as possible. So we have our contact free fuel pumps. So with the help of the signage player, and this is a IP68 waterproof, which is dust, water, and weatherproof solutions, digital signage solution. So this comes with a multi-display billboard signage solution where you can have your advertisements, where you can get your kind of marketing materials going in there. So this can help for the marketing purposes also. And we do have touchless self-service kiosk. So this is quite a unique product where we have our cameras on top. So it's going to be, you don't have to touch the screen itself. It's more on the, how do you call this? Gesture sensing. So, and also it can be a cashless payment. So these options are enabled through the software. So that has to be done by the system integrator. So we can have the option of credit cards, the smartphones, the smartwatches through which we pay these days. So this can be implemented by a system integrator, and how the solution has to be going on. So and this is a panel PC itself, and it has a bigger screens, can be enabled, and that can be also having a 2D barcode scanner and a receipt printer. So you can have to scan. So this is trying to minimize as much as possible to interact with the machine or touch itself. So the idea is, as I said in the earlier slides, we try to minimize the contact. We try to maintain the social distancing. with that, we still have to provide solutions for the people and move on. So industries can be service industries for the retail sector, for the food, restaurants, for the movie tickets, purchasing movie tickets if you have to go and still maintain a social distance and watching a movie. So these things going to be the key areas that we can focus on. The last one I have is for the food and meal delivery robot. So if you're going to see in the picture, we have the screens, the bar type screens that can be implemented, put in there. It says you can have a small signage player inbuilt into that. So it acts as a computer by itself. So you can fix this one with the meal robot, trying to minimize the restaurants. See, nowadays restaurants are still they try to avoid as much as contact because the COVID-19 is still on the peak in many places. So this can help, and this can be navigating around the places, trying to take the orders. Also can run advertisements and also can serve at the same time. Because this PC is equipped with sensors that allows socially intelligent robot to safely maneuver around people and avoid obstacles. The all-in-one bar type signage, and also we have a 7-inch panel PC that can be mounted onto that robot. So that can be order taking, and the other one can be for the marketing purpose that you can run advertisements and so forth. And as an iBase, we do have other solutions apart from AI based. So we also have embedded computing, which is we're going to have embedded motherboards, fanless systems, and IoT gateway computers. And we do have industrial PC with various vertical applications, vertical lines we can target, like stainless PC, open bar, open frame, bar type, and so forth. And we have digital signage player where we can target 24 screens from 2 screens, 24 screens. We can try and target the output of marketing purposes. And also we do have intelligent transportation system. And these are all certified with the EN 50155, which is very standard for railway computers and also for in-vehicle computers. We do have CMARC certification. So as iBase, as I mentioned earlier, so it is a Taiwan-based company and all the products are manufactured in Taiwan. So we do have 6 branch offices that includes UK, China, Japan, Singapore, Italy, and USA. And but our headquarters is in Taiwan, Taipei, that's capital city. And we do have our manufacturing plants right close by to the capital city. It's like 20 minutes away from the place. So it's all well and established in Taiwan. And of course, you can contact us anything, any questions from the slides, from the presentation, from my talk today. Me along with my marketing team, we're going to get back to you as soon as possible, try and answer your questions and see what best we can provide you with.
Well, thank you, Joseph. That was excellent. I certainly learned a lot, but I do have a few questions for you as you're going through the presentation.
All right, looking forward.
First of all, can you enable the facial recognition function with your face mask and body temperature detection system?
I think that my answer would be no, because due to concern of privacy regulation, the face recognition feature has not been coded. Now, because this is quite important for many regions, and we try not to get into conflict of the regulations with the local government or so forth.
So along those same lines, when you capture these images, are they saved locally or are they uploaded to the cloud?
Now, again, due to the concern of the privacy, the facial images will be kept only in there for 5 minutes and removed automatically afterwards. So that's how we have programmed. So it's just for that time purpose. We try and eradicate the problems that people come across without face mask or the body temperature detection. It's only for the few minutes, but then automatically it'll be removed.
Okay. And then finally, what's the working detection distance for the face mask and body temperature detection system?
Yeah, that's a good question. Should have mentioned it in my presentation. Good that you pointed it out. It's about 3 meters. We can have the precise detection, uh, and then the thermal camera is gonna get the images right there. So I think it can detect up to under 3 meters of distance, I would say.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Joseph. That was Joseph Praveen. He is a business development manager with iBase, and I am Rich Nass with Open Systems Media. You have a great day, Joseph.
Thank you, Rich, and thanks everyone for joining up. You guys have a great day too. Thanks. Bye now.